Welcome to Chapter 8, Lesson 9. The essential question is, how can different fractions name the same amount? Okay, today we're going to be talking about mixed numbers. A mixed number can also be written as a proper fraction. That's another name for it, mixed number, proper fraction. A mixed number has a whole number part and a fraction part. It represents an amount greater than one whole. Okay, so for example, here we have one whole sandwich and a half sandwich. So how you would write that is a big 1 and then a fraction next to it. Okay, so you make sure that when you write it, this 1 looks big enough so that you can balance. So I always write the 1 and then I'll have the fraction be fit nicely inside of that space. If that makes sense. So I'll make this one nice and big and then the 1/2. Okay? So 1 and 1 whole. 1/2. So this is how you write it. You have the 1, then you have half, and it equals 1 and 1/2. And you say it with an and. 1 and 1/2. Okay. The line is more than 2 inches long. Okay, because we have 1, 2, but this line is going further. The line is 2 and 1/4 inches long. Because you have 1 inch, 2 inches, and now a 1/4 inch. So we write it as 2 and 1/4. But if you're writing it, remember, make the 2 big and the 1/4 fit next to it nicely. Because what happens is sometimes if you have messy handwriting, it looks like this. And then you might think that you have a situation where you're dealing with 1/24th accidentally instead of 2 and 1/4. So make sure your whole number is nice and big. Okay. Caden had 3 apples. He cut off half of an apple to eat. What mixed number represents the amounts left? So he had 3. Now 1/2 is gone. So he has a whole, and now a half. So you count the wholes, then count the parts. So we have 2 wholes and 1/2 apples left. And here it says you can decompose or break, remember decompose means break down, a mixed number into a sum means adding, of whole numbers and unit fractions. Okay, a unit fraction is a fraction with a numerator of 1. So this is a unit fraction. Or this is a unit fraction. Anything with the numerator of 1. Okay, so it says write the length of this leaf as a mixed number. Write an equation to show the mixed number. So the leaf is 1, 2, 3 whole inches long. So 3 whole, big 3. And then the leaf here we have a 1/4. 1/4, 1/4, and 1/4. So 1/4, 1/4, 1/4. So together you have 3/4. You have 3 of the 1/4 or 3/4. So you can write it as 3 and 3/4. And it says write the equation. What it means by that is show the different parts. So you have 1 inch plus 1 inch plus 1 inch plus 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4. And altogether the sum is 3 and 3/4. So in the lesson, if it says write an equation, this is what it means. It means break it all down into wholes and unit fractions. But remember, when you write it, do the 3 big enough so that the fraction fits the big number. Okay? So in the lesson, I'm pretty sure it's going to ask you to write an equation as a sum of unit fractions. This is what it wants. It wants you to break the mixed number into wholes and unit fractions. Okay, I'm feeling like food today. Let's draw a watermelon. nice big juicy watermelon with some delicious seeds in there. Maybe this is my whole one. You know how watermelons kind of have those like little bits of stripes. Yum. And maybe we'll draw a kid who's really excited to eat it. Yay. Okay, see you in class.